In this video, we look to capitalize on racing accidents as we try to get 3 positions, and we have a cracking final lap with Rory as I look to send it at the final chicane. Hello everyone, and welcome back to a Gran Turismo video as we take on a daily race C. This is one we normally do where we just use the meta car and actually have a bit of fun and experience this race. Now, this race was all about that wet weather there. However, I thought it was more involved than it actually is. Now, you'll see that throughout this video. Now, I've been trying to monitor and take part in some wet weather racing, and as it transitioned to dry, I think it'd be kind of good, like it was back in the Le Mans race that we had, where sometimes you'd end up with wet weather, sometimes you'd end up with dry weather, sometimes it changed during the race, and that's what we really wanted. Now, we start at the back of the grid here, because obviously there's 2 problems with this race. 1, I believe, the weather, and 2 is the rolling start, which is atrocious, and Gran Turismo really need to fix that. Going to come through the right-hander then. Flash Dagger just going to let me go there. I'm not exactly sure why, but thank you so much, Flash Dagger. I will take that as we advance further on in the lap then. We have a big step up ahead. Now, the Silvia turned out to be the meta car for this race, which is weird. I did choose it just because I like the Silvia. And apparently, I chose wisely in that weekly race guide, which I'll link again at the end of the video if you want some tips in how to go a little bit quicker here at Spa-Francorchamps in the Group 4 cars. So as we go through there, a bit of bump draft. I don't like going side by side through Blanchimont. And then we'll go for the move in towards the chicane then. And we just enough space there. Going to try around the outside here on the inside now for the final part of the chicane. And job's done there. P14. Happy days indeed. What a good start to this race this is. As we're going to advance a bit further on in the race and try and catch up to that big pack up ahead, which we do indeed. We've got a McLaren, Supra, a Tenza in there as well. Go through here. Oh, somebody spun there. Not sure who that was. Who is that? It's Fusa. Fusa's gone. Oh, no, Fusa. Sorry to see that, mate. But we continue on with it. Oh, hello. Somebody else with a penalty there. That's another position gained as we get closer and closer and closer to this McLaren then as we head into Blanchimont, trying to get around it with a little understeer as possible. We do indeed. The McLaren goes off. They're going to have dirt on their tyres. Going to try around the outside then. Heading towards the chicane, the bus stop chicane, which is no longer a bus stop, as we head into the right here, and we're fully alongside here on the left. Monkey from yesterday, that's how you do that. You don't bolt it towards the apex, you casually take it and keep it tight, and that's how you do that one. So up into P11 we go then, and a long train of cars in the distance, which means lots of racing action hopefully as we go into here. The McLaren having a little look down the inside, not going to quite work there as we boot on out, and hopefully we can catch up to Turbo in the Tenza in due course. Now, once again, I talked about it at the start. Where is this wet weather? Because I can't see it. Where is it? It's nowhere to be seen at the moment as we head up Rouge and Radion. Ooh, I have to lift a little bit there. Got it slightly wrong. That's going to give the McLaren a huge boost here with that slipstream as well as we head towards Lake Home. And we're going to stay towards that right-hand side. Then they have to go around the long way in order to overtake me. As we see the McLaren go towards that left-hand side, in towards the braking zone we go then. Side by side. Looking to keep it tight here. Ooh, a little bit of contact, nothing major there. As we go through here, we've still got a position just here against Ruiz. This is a good little race that we've got going on with this McLaren. Going to head over towards that right-hand side very quickly indeed. And once again, looking to try and slow the car down. And, oh, we do just beautiful stuff, beautiful racing. But I do want to now start advancing through the field if I can. Catch up to the next battle if I can. It's been a good race with Ruiz. As we advance a bit further on here then, and we've not really gained anything so far. Still the same lap number 3. Through the left we go, and we've just gone in a bit too hot there. Gonna come through here, had to lift off a lot through Blanchimont. The McLaren coming back at me then. Gonna go into the braking zone. Is McLaren gonna try the same move I did then? So going through here, I definitely could have gone for the apex there, but I gave him a bit too much room. They give me room on the exit as well. Good bit of racing once again with Ruiz as we head towards the line. We've still got this big old fight then as we head towards turn 1. I'm on the inside, Ruiz on the outside. In we go then, slowing the car down once again. And it's nice to see that there's more than one car you can race here. While the Silvia is the meta car, or appears to be the meta car, McLaren's doing very well, and we have Supras in the distance. We still have Tenzas in there as well, so more than one car is always good in my books. It's always, always, always good. Rouge and Radion then, here we go. The most famous corner in racing, would you say? I'm not too sure. Oh, I don't know if you noticed that. Because that's 0.5 second penalty then. Oh, we did not want that. You see wet weather's about to come into play as well down on that radar. Finally, some wet weather. Hopefully we get a big old shower, a bump draft there, so Rui's not wanting to waste time. Good smart driving, to be fair. Not wanting to waste time with some overtakes, just bump draft. I'm going to overtake you anyway. Just go as fast as you can, Tidge, and I'll overtake you when you take that penalty. Smart thinking. 9,000 IQ strategy there. I like it. That weather really come into play. You can see down in the bottom left there, you can see the track is getting wetter and wetter, although it's just a brief shower. So no need to pit. No need to think about pitting at all. Now, I think, oh, hello, bit of oversteer there. They're going to take the penalty now as well. The question is, are we going to lose another spot? So 0.5, don't really lose that much. McLaren going to go on by. Let me get back to my point. I've not seen a fully wet weather race yet. Full wet. I've not actually seen a race where you actually need to go onto the wet tyres like bump draft Ruiz. Now, I decided to stay behind Ruiz here and try and catch back up to the pack because we had been fighting a lot and we had lost a lot of time fighting each other. So that was a bit of bump draft. I just want to catch up. I'll fight later on in the race as we go into here and through the right-hander lap 6. So once again, it's dry now. So again, we're staying on that racing hard time. Oh, hello, someone's been... Oh, no, it's Rory. Now we'll be seeing Rory a little bit later on for some fantastic racing action. So do keep peeled in this video. We're going to head towards the final lap then, where we do catch up to this big old pack, and it's time for some racing, which is exactly why you're watching. We do get 229, which I'm glad about. I do have some pace here at least, unlike in the Nations Cup race I did, where I had terrible speed, really. Right, here we go then. So Rivs is actually going to back off here and try and make it single file. Good smart driving here. And I was hoping to try and capitalize out as we go through here. Then I carried a lot of speed there, 135, 136-ish. As we go over onto the Kemmel Straight then, we're in this line of cars, all in slipstream, all trying to get that slipstream, all trying to make little moves here and there. So we've got some side-by-side action. Ruiz to the right, we've got Ben now on the right, Ruiz to the left. As we head into the braking zone, we're 7 tenths up on the fastest lap. Look at that. Unbelievable as we go through here. Gonna have to slow it down. Looking at it. Oh, hello. That was a bit opportunistic by me. Not going to quite work out. Going to go through the right-hander. Through we go. Oh, Ruiz. Oh, Ruiz lost the rear end. Ben goes to the right. Rivs to the left. Ruiz down the middle. And I take not one, not two, but all 3 positions. How about that, folks? How about that? I do like that. So up into P8. Now we do catch up to Turbo here. So now the time to try and take on Turbo in the tender. So Turbo goes defensive. I wouldn't have actually gone for the overtake here, to be honest with you, but now I'm just trying to cause a bit of an issue here as we go through the left. I do want that run in towards the chicane, and they're going to do probably my most common move here at Spa, down the outside in towards the chicane, and you can really dive deep here and looking like we're easily alongside once again, slowing the car down. Through the left we go. We get the job done. And up into P7. So an interesting race there. A good race all the same. Had a good race with Ruiz there as well. Unfortunate for that, losing the rear end. But again, wet weather not having a huge impact there. So, you know, is there an issue here? Should that wet weather be more prominent? I think it should be, to be honest. We jump to the next race where you can see a bit of sunshine on the track. We're starting P16. Constant and Calster now involved as we just go straight into lap 1 here. No point watching the rolling start. And me starting 3 billion seconds off everybody. You can start in last and in a stupid place. Through the right we go then, and Knudsen there goes off to the realm, so I'm going to take that position. Thank you very much indeed. I like 3 positions like that. Chris decides to leave for whatever reason there, so we get another position. Maybe I used a little hack there, you know, hack.exe. Always awesome. Or disconnect.exe as we go through the left hand there. Oh, hello. Oh my word, look who's that. Boom! That's a big old hit into barrier there. That's Bazookator. Bazooka that barrier. I was going to go into a Bazooka that Veruca advert, but we're not sponsored by them, so let's not do that. Anyway, through the left, we're in P13. Calcer in the distance. We're in a long train of cars, and you can see the sun shines out again. Now, has anyone... This is a question to you guys, actually. We see somebody lead there, T-Sterry. Has anybody actually had a full wet weather race? Because I've not seen one yet, and I've been trying to keep an eye out, looking down the inside of Calster then. Calster in that Supra. Calster always in a McLaren. Down the inside we go. We've got Vrokkiv in the Paul Walker Nissan Silvia there. I believe that's what they're trying to represent anyway, as we go into the left hand then. Oh, side tap between them and Flash Dagger. We're going to go around the outside. Calster on the inside. Now, smart move here. Puon is not really too wide, so I'll let Calster back in there because I'd rather take a fast line and then we can race later on at an easier part of the circuit. Through there we go then. And continue on, so we don't really lose time there, which is kind of nice, even with the let off. So has anybody experienced a wet weather race yet? I would love to know a full wet weather race, or one that you've required the wet tyres. It'd be interesting to know. Calster goes, oh, a bit deep there with the Swede. The Swede's then going to look down the inside of Calster again there. So some aggressive driving between them both there as we continue on out. We're going to head towards the right-hander, in towards the braking zone we go. Rockkiv gives Cal some room on that inside line. We leave that corner. We're sort of stuck in the middle of nowhere then. Through the right we go, and we're going to have to bump draft. Cal still got nothing else we can do there. Rockkiv touching the slippy stuff, manages to come back on. At this point I'm like, right, okay, bump draft Cal, so get by the Swedish driver, then we can continue racing here. So this is what I'm trying to do here. Get that bump drafting going. Get ahead before Blanchimont. As we head towards Blanchimont, then in we go. There's a slight tap between us there. He was still on the inside, to be fair. We'll leave that corner, and I'm going to have dirt on my tyres as well as we head towards this braking zone then. And we're going to look to try and slow the car down, and we get a 0.5 second penalty. Slight tap there with the Swede. So we're still there, so you know we've got to give us some room there, and we give them room on the exit. A bit frustrating now. I think if I was a Swede, I'd have pulled back in before Blanchimont, knowing that you could race further on. So at this point now, I'm trying to slow them down so I can re-overtake them, to be honest, after the penalty, or get by them initially, and then fingers crossed I can keep that position. They're going to keep it though. Good move down the inside into La Source, as we'll leave that. We're actually going to advance further on into the lap then, where you can see we stayed with them. Addy there, AD, sorry, Addy, AD. Do you do mathematics? I'm not too sure. 2-second penalty, so we should overtake them, even with our 0.5 second penalty. We've extended the gap to the people behind as well, so we shouldn't lose a position with 0.5. Again, at this point, I'm looking to bump draft the Swedish driver as we go through the right-hander, and then I'm trying to keep it clear. Now, you notice we've got rain on that wet weather radar, but I don't see it, and it's not really impacting anything. You can see the down left-hand side, the track is not wet in the slightest. I think it just cools the tyres a little bit, so you got a little bit less grip. That's all I can see, and then it goes dry again. So again, not significant, not as significant as I thought. Oh, hello, Consta's had a bit of an Arnia trip there. We'll take that, Consta. Not sure what's happened to you. But yeah, wet weather, not playing as big of an impact. I think if there was wet weather's more involved here, it would be a bit better of a race. It's a good race, don't get me wrong. I like this daily race seed. There's some fantastic racing action. You're seeing that in the background, and we've still got more to come in this video. But yeah, I just think the wet weather would have added a bit more of an element to it as we look down the outside. One of our key moves that we normally do here, round the outside of the Silvia, looking to get the job done. They're going to leave their corner. They get a good run out that exit, to be fair. Beautiful run there from Vrotkiv. So they're going to keep that position for now. Now, one thing I will say is I'm going to turn off nicknames and go back to PSN names. So you can see PSN names. I know most people run with PSN names again, so that's what you're going to see from me. Going to leave that corner then. Right behind Vrotkiv here. Still can see the train of cars, so we're not out of any of the good positions just yet. Sorry, I had a cough coming, but I managed to avoid it, or a yawn, or a hiccup, or I don't know, some form of biological power that we have as humans. I have no idea. Anyway, onto the Kemmel Straight we go, and we are in that slipstream. So looking to try and get past the Swedish driver once again. And once again, no rain. No rain. You know, I've had 3 races now with no significant rain. I've been looking out. I can't see rain anywhere of significance as we head towards this right-hander, and the Swede defending that very nicely as we go into the right, then the left. Going to get over to the left and try and get a good run out this corner. This is always a good move to do. Carry that speed and momentum through there we go. But no, we don't gain any advantage. Into Puon we go then. Looking to try and get by the Swede. Swede's carrying a lot of speed here. Oh! That was very close to running wide there. Well held indeed. We're going to have a look around the outside. Very hard to go around the outside here, if not impossible. We're going to try it all the same. We try and carry a lot of speed here. Just don't have the grip there. The Swede keeping that position for that. And gives me room on the inside as well. Beautiful driving there from you as we leave that corner then. And I wasn't going to go for the move here. I didn't want to go for the move here. Oh, bit of contact there between... who's that? I think that's the Italian. What a name that is. As we go through the right-hander. Oh, my word. We go through the right-hander then. And we've got a penalty up ahead. I didn't see who that was. Oh, it's Nikolai. Nikolai, the Finnish driver. So where's Vrotkiv going to go then? I couldn't actually see the driver here. So the Swede's going to go right. I'm going to go left. Here we go. Reverse Moses maneuver. That puts me on the inside of the Swedish driver then as we go through here. And they try and belt it past me around the outside. It's a similar move as what happened earlier with me being in their position. So I'm going to look to take that position up into P7 then. Happy days indeed. Finally past that Paul Walker Nissan Silvia as we leave that corner. And we're looking, they didn't get a penalty, whereas I did, which is interesting. Rory's had a penalty there, though, so we're looking to try and get past Rory. And I said we would see Rory later on. In fact, we're going to have one fantastic final lap here with Rory as we head up the hill. Once again, still dry here, so I think it is a bit overhyped here, the wet weather. They really could have done a bit more to this race, in my opinion. But hey, I could be unlucky. I'm not too sure. I'd say let me know in the comments. Right, let's get down to it. Let's get to the thick end of the business here. It's the final lap. It's me versus Rory as we head down towards Lake Home. Rory goes towards the outside line. I'm sticking it on the inside line here as we head into this corner. Rory trying to carry that speed around the outside, and it's still there. Got to give some room here. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful racing as we head into the right. Remember that move I talked about earlier on where you get the run out of that corner? I was going to come across, but I wasn't quite quick enough to get over across there. Rory was heading down in towards this right-hander, then still side by side. Beautiful bit of racing here between the Pringles and the TCR cars. We leave that corner then, head towards this left. And now remember, Monkey from the Weekly Race Guide, that's how you do it. Leaving space on that outside of a car. He's cleanly alongside. Rory gets the job done. Beautiful move there, Rory. Really well played. However, I'm not letting you keep that. I want that P6. P6 is my position. It's mine. I love that position. I don't really, but I want it. I want it. I want Steve's position. Right, we're going to head towards the right-hander then here. In towards the braking zone we go. Phil's got Swede, who's carried on racing behind in that Paul Walker machine. Going to have to be careful of them, actually, as we go through the left-hander. And look at the Pringles man on the back there with that mustache. Right, in towards the braking zone we go. Ooh, Swede got very close there. Through the right-hander we go. We did carry a bit more speed than Rory there as we head towards this right-hander. Slight lift, chuck it in. Try and keep that speed and momentum as we continue on through. Right, we've got the slipstream now. It's all about Blanchimont and the chicane. Now, you know what move I'm going to try because I've done it several times in this video. It's going to be at the chicane. Let's see what happens then. So we're catching up to Rory here. Going to let off the speed here. Try and make sure we hit that apex. We do. Oh, Rory missed it slightly. Have to brake a little bit here. Going to have a good run on that Pringles machine. Then down towards the chicane for the final time. I'm really trying to outbrake myself here. Try and get the car stopped. We do indeed. Oh, we're alongside Rory here. In towards the final corner here. Through we go as we leave that corner. And I'm going to get the position. Rory with a friendly flash there at the end. Beautiful racing. And P6 for me. What a race that was. What a way to end this video as well. As I say, wet weather not really having an impact here on this Spa 24-hour layout. But what a brilliant race there with Rory. Absolutely fantastic stuff. If you liked it, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel to stay in touch with all the latest content. 50% of you watching are not subscribed. So please do subscribe. As I say, that is it for me, folks. 2 videos there to check out, including the weekly race guide. Thanks once again for watching, and I hope to see you in another video or live stream again very soon.